And to shed more light on this issue, I'm delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Ramzy Khoury, political analyst. Good day, Mr. Ramzy.
Good day, Basma.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on Nile TV International. And at the beginning, I would like to know more from you about the main theme of the 8th Conference of the Arab Parliament and Arab Legislative Councils.
Well, this big event comes at a time when the Iran-U.S. war is at a critical juncture. So this is a very historic moment for the members of parliament from all over the Arab world to actually talk and discuss and take a look at where the Arabs are in the midst of this crisis and what is going to happen in terms of the future for the Arab world from the perspective of the populations of the Arab world. Because this is what the parliamentarians represent. The parliamentarians represent the people and therefore the perspective is sometimes a little bit different. So the primary issue is this. But also, Palestine remains a primary issue at this event. And Palestine was a primary issue at this event, especially what is going on in Gaza right now, including the Israeli action inside of the West Bank. Now, the third issue that they had to discuss and to look at is what's going on in Lebanon. And then again, it is Israel. So Israel is the country that has been very well discussed during this big event because it was part of the American-Israeli war on Iran. They started the mess that we are trying to get out of right now. It's Israel that continues to remain in Gaza despite the ceasefire and the agreements that were made. It's Israel that's attacking inside of Lebanon today.
Well, Mr. Ramzy, there is a great development in technology and there is also great dependence on AI and digital transformation. So why has digital sovereignty become a must or become a strategic necessity for Arab countries?
Because the development was extremely fast and in a dramatic and huge way. When we are talking about AI, we are talking about the ability to access a huge amount of data in a manner that has never been before. But it's also the ability to utilize robotics and to eliminate human jobs in order to carry out chores, tasks, manufacturing, and much more at a much lower cost. So AI brings power, and also AI brings big challenges to every single Arab country. If AI is going to replace humans in jobs, then governments and parliaments have to worry about what is going to happen to the unemployment rates. But also the big data that comes with AI, even though it empowers people in the private and public sectors in a dramatic way, but it also poses major challenges, including security challenges, whereas it can also assist those who are on the wrong side of the security of a certain country or whatever. So all of these issues have to be discussed. There should be a pan-Arab policy regarding digitization, how to deal with AI, how to deal with all of these challenges, and how to utilize the new era of AI and digitization and the new technology that is emerging right now for the benefit of the Arab people.
Yes, also, sir, cybersecurity is of a great importance. Talking about cybersecurity and the role of cybersecurity in safeguarding national sovereignty.
There is no question, because when you are talking about AI powered by a lot of other technology, especially in terms of what is going on inside of our mobile phones or inside all of the other electronics that are in our lives, the cybersecurity becomes a priority and a major issue. This is a huge challenge. If we are looking at all of these projects that are being developed by Israel, for example, the biggest challenge that we've just faced is that all iPhones, the processors of the iPhones are going to be manufactured in Israel. So how secure are going to be the iPhones that a lot of Arabs are walking around with? Is Israel going to be able to monitor the nitty-gritty details of politicians' lives, security people's lives, even regular people, businessmen, etc.? So these are very big challenges, and they are developing technologies that are actually infringing on human rights in terms of its ability to monitor in a very invasive way. So having access to what is going on inside offices, inside homes, this is a very big challenge that has to be dealt with. And unfortunately, it's the manufacturer of these technologies that has all of the power. And the ones who are consumers of these technologies are the ones who are without any power. So any action that is taken, it is taken by the powerful against the powerless. So it is a challenge for the Arabs to put down the legislation that is going to protect their societies and their countries without losing the ability to benefit from these technologies and AI, despite the fact that they do pose a major cybersecurity issue.
Yes. Also, sir, from your point of view, how can Arab countries strengthen their cyber defenses against cross-border attacks?
Through legislation. And despite the fact that legislation can only be effective against what is known. What is unknown, and therefore not even legislation can protect you against. But legislation is extremely important. Legislation has to be there in order to restrict any hostile activity that is going to endanger the people of a nation, the economy of a nation, the security of a nation. And therefore, parliamentarians, and this is why the parliamentarian meeting is extremely important, because parliamentarians are the ones who are responsible for legislation in every single Arab country. And therefore, it is their responsibility to establish the legislation that is going to protect the people without touching on freedom of speech or any human rights of that nation. So they have to be very smart about how they do it. They have to take human rights considerations into account. They also have to make sure that freedoms continue. Yet, at the same time, they are able to protect their societies.
Yes, also, Mr. Ramzy, why is protecting the citizens' personal data so significant today in the digital age?
It's extremely important because power is knowledge. And it's even when we're talking at a personal level. So even if we're talking about an internal issue that has absolutely nothing to do with external hostile elements, if you're talking about competition between two companies, that competition is no longer fair if one of the two parties has direct access to the data of the other, and therefore they know everything. They know their plans, they know what they're going to do, they know where they're heading, they know exactly what things are costing them, and they know where they're sourcing all of their parts from. They know everything. So that data has to be protected, even in local competition. So imagine if we are talking about cross borders. And today it is knowledge that is power. So the more I know, the more powerful I am. And this is how it works, even whether we are talking about internally in a certain society or across borders between countries. And with this age and era of communications, AI, technology, etc., the danger is not on your border. The danger is global. So a country that is tens of thousands of kilometers away can actually put their hands on data and carry out hostile operations against the other country. And therefore it is no longer geographically limited, it is totally unlimited. And when all of the data is concentrated in big data centers and big servers, any access to these big centers and the data that is being stored there is acquiring a huge amount of power that can be devastating to certain parties.
Well, also, Mr. Ramzy, how do you see the relationship between digital sovereignty and also national security?
They're totally interrelated because a lack of digital sovereignty or the protection of the data, the communication systems, all of the advanced technological systems that are operating in a certain country, if these are not protected, then it becomes a major security issue. So access falling in the wrong hands is very similar to a weapon falling in the wrong hands. And access to data is a weapon that is in the wrong hands. And therefore they are totally interrelated. To preserve your digital security, any country to preserve its digital security has to make sure that their cybersecurity systems are very effective and are in place.
Well, also, Mr. Ramzy, from your point of view, how can governments make a balance between the digital openness with the security requirements?
This is a challenge, and therefore that's why I suggested legislation. First of all, the law should actually be implemented. There has to be a law that says this is illegal and this is legal. This law cannot infringe on freedom of speech, for example, yet it has to protect the national security of a certain country.
Yes.
So legislation is step number one, then implementing legislation and enforcing it.
Yes.
This is the second challenge.
Yes, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, political analyst, I would like to thank you so much, sir, for your insights.